Hello everyone, it's me, Juan Gamer54, back in another video, and today, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. Yes, I know, completely off topic and all that stuff, but literally, I want to at least throw my hat in the ring to see what I can come up with and what to expect about Chapter 3. And I kind of want to expand my taste more, come on. So, without further ado, let's not waste any time before this video becomes a two-parter. Yeah, the tablet again. Anyways, let's go with theory number 1. Braun being the bad guy of Chapter 3. I think a lot of us been thinking about Braun being the next to be the new villain of Chapter 3, and I mean, like, you can't fault someone for thinking that. Braun literally appeared on the floor with Huggy Wuggy and Huggy Wuggy and Mommy Longlegs. Two characters that we know we fought in both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So for Braun to be there is basically showing us that, yeah, Braun's gonna be the next bad guy. And I know some of you are thinking, wait, didn't MatPat say that could not be the case? Well, I'm not trying to discredit MatPat. Trust me, MatPat, you're watching this, please notice me. But also, I'm not trying to, undermine the research MatPat has done. But the fact that Chapter 3 is coming out at 2023, next year, and we don't know what in next year. Early spring, fall, summer. There was no official time slot, just it's coming out next year. So I think that Mob Games could, take that long period of the game's development to learn how to animate robot, hard moving objects. So I'm pretty sure that gives them a little bit of a slot. And I mean, evidence is there. Sure, Braun has been pushed back from Chapter 1, and Chapter 2 has been basically an afterthought. But I feel like Chapter 3 must be the time to shine. And I mean, I don't know, I guess a little headcanon. At the end of Chapter 3, Braun would chase us. And, because of how big and heavy he is, Braun would basically have the whole play care collapse on itself. Being collapsed and wires bursting with gas leaking out, which requires us to put on the mask and navigate until finally we got out. So, I mean, come on. Braun has to be the main villain because, come on. I do want to see that. And honestly, I feel like many people would want to have merch about the other characters. I mean, Catbee, BoogieBot, Pocket Pillar. Honestly, you should at least make the other characters as toys or plushies. I mean, come on. If you don't want to make Braun Chapter 3 villain, okay. But you gotta at least let some merch out. This is whole business side, okay? I just still think Chapter 3 should be about Braun. Theory number 2. Actually. Stella Greybar. Now, for those who don't know who Stella Greybar is actually the first character that we met in Chapter 1. Well, not really the first, but the first worker we heard of, and the first woman that I believe MatPat theorized in his first video about Poppy Playtime. That was Stella Greybar. I mean, that was Poppy, the doll. Because Stella was basically saying, please turn me into an immortal doll, please. So, I mean, at the time, it was kinda, it kinda makes sense. Stella showcased that she thinks being a child is a wonderful thing, and wanting to be a child forever is interesting. But when Chapter 2 came out, like, that didn't came to be. And Stella has been reduced to a researcher, which, can we stop there for a second? I just don't think Stella Greybar, who enjoys being a kid and would most likely want to bring kids to the world, would probably comply to being a researcher and, like, having a hand on turning kids, orphan kids, mind you, to giant lifelike monsters. There has to be something going on here. Either one, Stella Greybar is insane and thinking that making children into toys is a blessing for them, which, okay, we kind of had some indie female characters who were insane and needed to be thrown to the streets, like Future, come take another one. But I feel like Chapter 3 could be a good penultimate. Let me set a scene, alright? Lend me your ears. Stella Greybar. A woman who wants to make children happy. You know, she auditioned for Playtime Co., okay? And you know what? She wants to be in Playtime Co. because she believes that bringing toys to kids is a good thing. And she's right. I mean, Santa brings toys to children and they are how happy. And surprisingly, when Stella Greybar got hired, she showcased her skills. She showcased that, you know, she's a good worker. And I believe the higher-ups definitely agreed. Especially Thomas Elliot. Or Thomas Lugwood. I think that's the name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering all these names. But anyways, Mr. Lugwood took notice and has this inner circle, if you may. Those names that we see in those 5 slides that MatPat talked about. Stella Greybar being in that inner circle. And also potentially the character we're playing as, Jamie. And here's what I think Chapter 3 is going to play out. Chapter 3, you will essentially... Like, Chapter 3, we know Plague Care, what is Stella Greybar's section. So have the audios be like about Stella Greybar. Talking about that things are changing around here. For the betterment of the children. We owe everything to these children. Just like Mr. Lugwood said. And then, through and through, as we collected more tapes, we start to notice that Miss Stella Greybar is, you know, sensing that something is wrong. Because, you know, she's taking care of these children, which, like, she doesn't mind. But the fact that these children, like, she's receiving papers about their test score, about their agility, their focus, and all that, it's like Playtime Co. views these children as guinea pigs. So, bit by bit, Stella Greybar is trying to piece things together. And I would say, like, at the end of the game, have Stella Greybar be, like, she found out the truth. Like, she literally, like, have her tell us, the player, in one of her audio logs, that what has been going on in Playtime Co. Okay? Drop some bombshells, okay? Drop some lore, confirmed lore to this series. And then, you know, but unfortunately Stella Greybar isn't around anymore because she got caught by either Mr. Lugwid, if you want to play Lugwid as a villain, or the head scientist. And they silence her, letting her go permanently by either one, theoretically feeding her to the monsters that she helped create, or two, make her become a monster. Either Mommy Longlegs, which is a theory that I'll probably post in a different date, or have her become Brawn. Have her be the person inhabiting Brawn. This does set some few things. One, it makes Playtime Co. the worst place you want to work at. And two, you can also basically say, hey, we're not going to be like FNAF because, you know, not only as children are able to possess these toys, but workers as well. Like, we're trying to make this is chapter 3. You're only 2 chapters left. Like, really reveal some bombshell evidence. Like, literally stack the risks. Stack the danger that we're facing here in this abandoned toy factory. So, yeah. I feel like that's about it. Those are my 2 theories. Well, I guess there's a mini theory, I guess. Let me just throw this around here. Theory number 3. Poppy will be a major character going throughout. Like, we're going to have her be malicious and probably trying... Like, she's still going to help us because, like, come on. She'll probably command us how we're going to deal with Brawn. I feel like that's how she's going to do it. And, yeah, she's going to appear more because, come on. The game is literally about her and we spend, like, 5 minutes with her. Like, really give us more Poppy. So, yeah. That's what I got. So, to recap, theory number 1. Yeah, theory number 1. Theory number 1, Brawn being the main villain of chapter 3. Theory number 2, Stella Greybar is the unspoken hero who unfortunately lost her life here in Playtime Co. Either becoming a monster or another victim, either a cat bee or whatever. And theory number 3, Poppy Playtime will be appearing more. So that's all I got, guys. Leave me down in the comments below what you think about those 3 theories. And yeah, this is 1Gamer54 signing off.